What's going on, guys? It's your boy Crunch, and today we're back for another video. So today we're gonna go ahead and do a tier list video for the mind attribute. We actually did a live stream yesterday where we just discussed the best characters for this attribute, and if you'd like to check that out, I have a link in the description. It was like a hour and a half live stream. Obviously it's a little long. I don't expect everyone to want to watch that, but if you want to hear some of my reasons as to why I play some of the characters more into detail or more in depth, go check that out. And also I have a tier list for the power, technique, and speed attributes, so if you'd like to check that out, I'll also have a link in the description to a playlist. So anyways, let's go ahead and get right into it. So we're gonna start it off with the C rank. These are two units that I don't think are really good anymore. Genjo, just a unit that has pretty nice strong attacks. I actually really do enjoy his gameplay, but the thing is, he has horrible skills and stats are kind of really underwhelming, right? He has like the hybrid type stats where he's like in the middle, like 620 something attack and SP, around that range, and then he has like a 30% bruiser or berserker, and it's just not the greatest stats and skills. They gave him 390 defense thinking that would like make him good, but yeah, that was definitely not the case. So he's pretty underwhelming, and yeah, for that I put him in C. Chojiro, kind of the same thing. I like his gameplay. I feel like he has pretty nice animations. If you guys haven't like checked them out, because you know, I'm sure a lot of people just pulled them and just never used them, but if you haven't used them, check him out. He has pretty decent gameplay. Like, his strong attacks are nice and they look clean, but they're just not effective because they don't hit hard. He doesn't have frenzy. He's just a hybrid unit with yeah, pretty bad stats and skills. So anyways, those are the two worst characters I think in the mind attribute as of recent. Obviously this is like characters that came out in the last year and a half. And for the B rank, we have two units that I think are slightly better than those last two I just talked about. First one is the old OG Orihime. She's actually a pretty decent character after you resurrect her. She ends up getting around 720 SP. And you know, she's got frenzy now, and then they went ahead and fixed her strong attack. So although her gameplay is still bad because, you know, she's a really old character, you know, add the havoc that she gets through her skills, add the increase in damage and whatnot, she's actually not all that bad as a resurrection character. So yeah, because of that, she's a B rank unit. Yukio, he's actually, the thing about this character is that he's so recent, and that, you know, they actually did a little bit better in terms of skills, that he's not all that bad. Like 720 attack and 720 something SP. He doesn't have frenzy or flurry, but he has higher bruiser and berserker, you know, compared to Genjo and Chojiro. He has like 40 and 50, and then he also has bombardment, which is really good. So that makes it so he can nuke with his special. So at least he's a really good nuke unit. And so because of that, he's a B rank unit. Moving on though, we have the B plus. These are characters that I feel like just either recently, like Shunsui was a little underwhelming. You know, he has all right stats, but the thing about him is that, one, he doesn't have flurry. Two, his strong attacks and his gameplay is just kind of bad, man. It's just not that good. And for a character that's so recent, it's just really underwhelming. So yeah, he's not that great. But then you have characters like Ukiura, Grimjow, and Riruka that are older, but they've been good for so long and usable for so long that they actually still manage to be about a B plus rank, right? Ukiura has pretty nice gameplay, although I don't love his third, which is a charged up attack, but it hits everything in front of him, nothing behind him. Grimjow, he's not the greatest in terms of gameplay. He was pretty good up until like maybe half a year ago to a year ago when it came to PvP, but now he's a 20 DR link, which is really good for better PvP units in the mind attribute. And then you've got Riruka, which is actually a character that's just been pretty good low-key for a very long time, or since she dropped, because she's a ranged NAD unit with really high attack and just a really nice normal attack string. So yeah, B plus is where I have her. Moving on, we've got the A rank tier characters. We've got a lot of these, as you can see, but yeah, we'll go one by one. Ikkaku, he's a unit that's pretty recent and he's pretty good. He doesn't have status ailments though, that's what kind of holds him back, but I think he has a nice set of strong attacks. His first is nice. His second is debatable because it doesn't have as much range, but his third is great. You know, you could also make the argument that they're kind of slower, but to be honest, the only thing that like holds him back a bit is his second strong attack with in terms of range, and then also no status ailments, but he's still a good unit overall. Yuha, I think you know, he's a decent character, but you know what really is good about him is he's good in PvP, right? That's the really only good thing about him. Other than that, when it comes to PvE content, he's pretty garbage. I don't like using him. He doesn't have frenzy, he doesn't have anything, and then his strong attacks just sometimes don't hit. They don't have a good hitbox, they don't hit, and so because of that, he's a great PvP unit, don't get me wrong, but the lack of frenzy and then the strong attacks being a little iffy, yeah, I had to put him in A. But yeah, Tsukishima, kind of the same thing. He's a pretty decent PvP unit. I've seen him around a bit, maybe not in the higher leagues, but he's a character I've seen, and you know, he has frenzy at least, so when it comes to PvE content, he's at least a little bit more useful than Yuha. So yeah, he's pretty good, and at the same time, he's also a 16 DR link, which is perfect for Yuha and other PvP units. Also, we've got ourselves Xyloporo, Parasol Xyloporo. I think he's a good unit. He has pretty good skills, and you know, like for example, he poisons and stuff, but the thing about him is that his first kind of holds him back. It's a strong attack that gets everything around him, but I don't know, first strong attacks are usually better when they're lunged, right? But at the same time though, that being the only you know, thing to hold him back, I think A is where I would a good spot for him. Kusaka, I think he's also a decent PvP unit, but when it comes to everything else, he's not that great. So yeah, not much more to say about him. Kisuke, good unit. I feel like he's one of those underrated units that kind of people just overlooked. I think I actually really like his gameplay. He also has a second strong attack that's a boost, but of course he does, you know, him being Kisuke, they just decided to throw 25% stamina or 20% stamina recovery. I think it might be 25, but it's not a good soul trait to give to a character that, you know, you're trying to make good. You know, they did great when it came to everything else, but yeah, the lack of a good soul trait and also status ailments, I think. Oh, he might paralyze. I don't remember, but yeah, A tier. Rukia, a character that I feel like they did one of the best designs in the game. She just looks so good. I think overall as a character, you know, she's a good unit, but I don't know how I feel about the barrier second strong attack. So yeah, A tier. Baragon, a unit that's, I feel like, super good, and he's been kind of low-key one of the better mind units for a while, up until recent. You know, recently there's been a lot of good mind units to come out, so he's been falling off, I would say, but like even half a year ago to a year ago, I think he would have been A+ to S tier. But really good unit. I even put him above Ukiura. They're kind of similar, right? But the thing about it is, Ukiura burns while he weakens through everything, and I think Baragon has the superior strong attack. So yeah, really good unit. Bastolorde Ichigo, after his resurrection, actually became pretty good. He's a normal attack damage unit, and he's really fast. He has good range on his nat attacks, and a good unit overall. He also got last ditch survival as his soul trait, added soul trait, so it helps him with like autoing and stuff. Just a good unit overall. He has good gameplay, he has good skills now, and his stat increase really did help him, so A is where I put him. A+, we've got a bunch of characters again. White Ichigo, a unit that came out with the Cacao Society summons this last couple of months ago, and he's a really good unit. Just overall looks amazing. Strong attacks look all great, same with his normal attack string. I guess the only thing that maybe holds him back from going up to an S tier or whatnot is the fact that he has a charged up attack. I feel like the charge up attack kind of holds him back a bit, but great unit overall. Christmas Yoruichi, a unit that I think is great and we can all agree with, but the thing is, her first just kind of sucks, man. It's a strong attack where she literally just, it's so narrow. Soifon is a really good unit. It's just a great unit. Overall stats and skills are great. Gameplay wise is amazing. She's got a good soul trait, just an awesome character. Jushiro, a really good unit as well. Thing I don't love about him is his second, where you know he has the chance of just destroying and nuking with his second if you get close up to the enemies, but that's also a drawback, and I've said it and I stand by it. It's just, you know, a strong attack that has to be good in a situational manner. Kenpachi, a great manga unit, one of the better manga units that have come out. You know, he's good, everything about him is great. The only thing that holds him back is flash depth, and we all know that, so A+. Holly-Bell, swimsuit character from last year that I think people kind of overlook just because of so many Holly-Bells that we have in the game, but she's actually really good. She just has a nice clean set of strong attacks, and just good overall. Tag Team Shuhei, a great unit, we all know it, you know, range, normal attack string with just great stats and skills, and a awesome unit overall. Momo, same thing, she's just a good character, you know, she's a really good support unit because she does have her healing, and then she has really good strong attacks with frenzy, and yeah, just really good range on everything. So really like Momo. And then manga Sajin, this one was debatable. I was thinking like, you know, because a lot of people like him, and then a lot of people think he's just complete garbage. I mean, you can't take away from a character that has flurry, right? He probably isn't definitely isn't the best flurry character, but when it comes to just having flurry, that's just gonna hold you, you're just gonna hold your own, and because of that, A+ is where I decided to put him. And then finally, we're getting to the S tier characters. As you guys see, we've got Neliel, we've got White Zangetsu, and we've got the TLA or the Fullbring Shikai Ichigo. Really good characters overall. Neliel has burned through everything, and you know what, I am gonna do it. I really am. I think it's they're deserving of it. Like, she's deserving of it, so I'm gonna move Soifun up here. That's the first time I move a character halfway through a video. And you know what, I'm also gonna move these to the left because that's gonna bug me if I don't. All right, there you go. Yeah, I think, yeah, she's definitely up here. She's just such a good unit. So Neliel burns through everything, great strong attacks. First is she throws her lance. Second is a vortex, which is great for guild quests. Third is a full screen, and she's a good character overall, right? She's got so much use. When it comes to also Senkaimon, she's great because she can defeat those stages with the 3 bosses because of her burn, and she has recharge time, so she has those attacks available almost all the time. So just amazing character. White Zangetsu, probably the best NAD unit in the mind attribute. I have to put him slightly over this Ichigo. Yes, this Ichigo's newer. Yes, he has better stats, but this Zangetsu inflicts weakening, which is really good. That's superior to having slightly better stats, right? And he has also, we all kind of debated on the stream, again, if you'd like to check that out, go into the description, but he has better strong attacks. The strong attacks are just, they're only gonna help him out when it comes to autoing and just whatnot and everything about the game, right? So overall, White Zangetsu just slightly better than this Ichigo. Not to take away from this Ichigo though, because he does actually have the highest attack in the game. He has a nice set of skills. He actually has a 25% NAD link for his soul trait, so that's also amazing. But again, just, you know, White Zangetsu, because of the weakening and the strong attacks, just slightly a bit better. Also, Soifun, I already talked about her. Just a great unit. Has the same type of set of strong attacks as Neliel, you know, with a first being a push forward attack. She like just shoots stuff forward, and then she also has a vortex for her second, and then a third is a full screen. But the reason she's S here, why I put her up here, is just overall her usability in guild quests, in Kaimon, and yeah, just using her in general as a PvE unit. And she's also faster because she's Soifun, so she gets those added flash step. Just a great unit overall. And yeah, finally we are at the S+ characters. This one, we're gonna go one by one. There's only 2 units in here, so we're just gonna do this. For the first one, of course, this is no surprise. Hikone, such a freaking amazing unit. When it comes to the mind attribute, I think he's easily at the very top. He has an amazing set of strong attack. First one being a lunge attack. Second one being a strong attack that gets everything in front of him. But not only that, it hits everything around him, and it has a lot of range. Third is a full screen, and just overall amazing, right? He also weakens through everything, And when it comes to just gameplay and everything, he's just an amazing unit. He also has long stride with flash step, double flash step, and that's why he's really good when it comes to that. And just strong attacks, normal attack string. The normal attack string maybe isn't the best, but again, it doesn't matter. He's a strong attack recharge character. You want to get his strong attacks out. Normal attack string is just a side thing, and overall just a superior character through and through. Great for guild quest, probably the second best guild quest character behind TLA Soifon. And then also as a PvE unit, he's great to use, great strong attacks and everything, and then also just a really good unit overall. So yeah, S+, and also he's now a floor 50 character, so you could use him in Senkaimon as well. And last but not least, this one was debatable. I was having trouble placing him. I was gonna put him in S tier, but the thing about this Shinji, I realized, like, you know what? When it comes to characters, I have to have the best of the best at the top. And I think when it comes to, you know, characters overall, Shinji is just slightly above all of the others, especially the S, just slightly, right? Reason being is just he has the best gameplay in the game. I don't know, I was playing with him last night, man, after the stream, and I was just like, dude, this unit is actually insane. When it comes to just gameplay wise, probably the best character to ever be made. First is a lunge attack, just such great range. If you guys, you know, use his first strong attack, you'd know. Second is a push forward attack. It's basically like Aizen, you know, the floor 20 Aizen, his first strong attack, but it has more range when it comes to wide range. And then also his third is even more than a full screen. His third is the best third strong attack in the game because he has a full screen attack, but he also has Havoc, which is also applied to a full screen, which I had no idea that was even the case. So he gets characters, when he uses his third, he hits enemies outside of the screen. So yeah, it's like having literally a special as his third. Obviously not hitting as hard, but if you link slot him, have a Senkaizen link in there, definitely could nuke. So yeah, absolutely amazing character. Yes, some will say his stats are a little outdated, but the reason he's an S+ over these units is, like I said, gameplay wise, and also if you just build him up correctly, he can hit just as hard, if not harder than these. So also he has a 25 strong attack damage link, and he has a great killer, which is Hollow. And then also he's great in Senkaimon. He's just a good character overall. So yeah, anyways, that's basically the list there. Of course, if you guys don't agree with some of it, you heard my reasonings. Now go into the description and tell me why you don't agree. Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Check out the ones from this last week, like the power, speed, and technique. And also make sure to hit the like button. We're trying to aim for, let's say, 400 likes on this. And yeah, look forward to the heart attribute one that will come out sometime in the next couple of days. Also check in, I will be live streaming the discussion for the heart attribute probably tomorrow or the day after. So anyways, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.